Hello dear students, welcome to physics class 2. In this class, let us derive an expression for electric field at a point on the equatorial line due to dipole. Dipole means two equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance. That is, one is a positive charge, another one is a negative charge separated by distance 2a. Now join these two charges by a line, and this line is called dipole axis. Consider center of the dipole axis, that is O, and the distance from positive charge to O is A, and O to negative charge also A. And dipole has dipole moment which is directed from negative charge to positive charge. It is represented by letter P vector. This is the dipole moment. Okay, and we are finding electric field on the equatorial line. The equatorial line means it is a line which is perpendicular to dipole axis. Yes, this is a equatorial line because which is perpendicular to dipole axis. Consider a point P on the equatorial line at which we are going to find electric field. The distance of that point P from the center of the dipole is O. And now draw a line from point P to positive charge. Similarly, draw one more line from point P to negative charge. These two lines are not parallel to each other, so therefore these two are lie at some angle theta. Similarly, these two lines also lie at some angle theta. At point P, I am going to represent the electric field due to dipole. So electric field due to charges, here we have two charges, therefore at point P we have two electric field lines. I will make use of one of the important property of electric field lines, that is electric field line always directed away from the positive charge and electric field line always directed towards the negative charge. So this is positive charge, therefore electric field line due to positive charge is away, that is E plus Q vector, and this is negative charge, so electric field line towards the negative charge, that is E minus Q vector. So here we have two electric field lines. Whenever you have two or more than two electric field lines, you have to add to get a total or net electric field. So we cannot add vectors as we add scalars. So this is a little difficult to add vectors. For that, we will use two law of vector addition. One is a triangle law of vector addition, another one is parallelogram law of vector addition. Now in this case, I will use parallelogram law of vector addition and I will add these two electric fields. So this will be the resultant or total electric field of these two. So because according to parallelogram, so the resultant electric field is always diagonal of the parallelogram. See, this is a parallelogram and this will be the diagonal. These two angles are similar because these two lines are parallel to this, and here we have Z shape, so corner angles will be same. Now come to the equations expression. So first, the electric field due to positive charge, that is E plus Q is equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge Q divided by distance square, and that distance we have to consider positive charge to point P. Okay, this distance we have to take. So but here we don't have any distance. To find this distance, apply Pythagoras theorem for this right angle triangle. Okay, and these two are similar right angle triangles, remember. For this, if you apply Pythagoras theorem, according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to sum of opposite square and adjacent square. So here opposite is, the base is called adjacent, longer side is hypotenuse and this is opposite. Opposite is r square plus adjacent is a square. We need only hypotenuse, not hypotenuse square. Then how to remove a square? Taking root on other side. So the hypotenuse is r square plus a square. Thus, these two are similar triangles, so this side also square root of r square plus a square. And now q divided by distance square. The distance from positive charge to point P is this much into whole square. Square and root gets cancelled. Therefore, that is equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge q divided by r square plus a square. This is electric field due to positive charge. Similarly, electric field due to negative charge E minus q is equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge q divided by, and the distance of point P from the negative charge is again, it is root of r square plus a square whole square. So square and root again gets cancelled. Therefore, electric field due to negative charge is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by r square plus a square. Observe these two. The magnitude of electric field due to positive charge and due to negative charge will be same. See, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square plus r square a square. Similarly, here also same thing. Remember this thing. Next, total electric field. So whenever we have two or more than two electric field lines, we have to add. So to add that total electric, to get the total electric field, we have to use superposition principle. According to superposition principle, the total electric field at P, total electric field at P is given by, total electric field is E vector, this is the total electric field, that is equals to E plus Q vector plus E minus Q vector. So superposition principle says that total electric field at any point is equals to sum of electric fields due to individual charges. But here I will change this equation. So instead of writing E plus Q vector and E minus Q vector, I will write E plus Q cos theta plus E minus Q cos theta. And this is magnitude. Vector means it has both magnitude as well as direction. This is magnitude and this will be the direction, that is minus p cap. I'll explain why I consider here E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta, and also I'll tell you why here minus p cap. So why E plus Q cos theta means, because we have to look at the first PU chapter, that is vectors. In vectors we already studied the components of rectangular components of any vector. If you consider any vector, that is a vector, it has two components. One component is along x-axis, another component is along y-axis. This vector has both magnitude as well as direction, and the direction of this vector always measured by measuring an angle with respect to x-axis, because this is a reference. So it has two components. One component along x-axis is a cos theta, another component of vector along y-axis is a sin theta. That's why we call it as x-axis as a cos axis. Always along x-axis you will get definitely cos theta, and similarly along y-axis sin theta. That is reason, I think you know, because if you draw a perpendicular line, this will be the adjacent always you will get in cos theta. That's why x-axis is cos theta. Based on this, I am going to add some components in the figure. Okay, listen carefully. So here, this is E plus Q vector. This is a vector, it has two components. If you observe, this vector makes an angle with respect to this axis. Therefore, along this axis, the component of E plus Q is E plus Q cos theta. Now, perpendicular to that, there will be one more component. This is a perpendicular. and this component is E plus Q sine theta. Okay, similarly, the components of E minus Q. If you observe this E minus Q vector, again this line is made or creates an angle with this axis. Therefore, along this axis you will get E minus Q cos theta. Perpendicular to this, you will get one more component, that is E minus Q sine theta. Already told that the magnitude of E plus Q and E minus Q will be same, but here E plus Q sine theta is along positive direction, positive y-axis, and E minus Q sine theta is along negative y direction. These two are equal in magnitude, that's why these two gets cancelled. But what about E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta? These two are along same direction. Therefore, the total electric field is given by sum of the components of E plus Q and E minus Q along this direction. Okay, so therefore these two will add up. And then why negative sign? If you observe the direction of total electric field and the dipole moment, these two are in opposite direction. That's why here I took minus p cap. Okay, I hope you understood this equation. Okay, now we know that E plus Q and E minus Q magnitude will be same. Therefore, E plus Q cos theta, E minus Q cos theta becomes E 2 times of E plus Q cos theta into minus P cap. Reason, because E plus Q and E minus Q both are equal in magnitude. That's why if you replace E minus Q by E plus Q, E plus Q cos theta, E plus Q cos theta is 2 times of E plus Q cos theta. That is equals to plus into minus is minus 2 into E plus Q magnitude already we found, that is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square plus A square into cos theta into P cap. This negative side already written here. Now find out the cos theta value. How to find cos theta means take the figure cos theta is equals to adjacent by hypotenuse. In this right angle triangle, adjacent is E, hypotenuse is root of R square plus A square. Okay, substitute this cos theta value here. Therefore, the total electric field at point P becomes, it is minus 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square plus A square into cos theta. Cos theta nothing but A divided by root of R square plus A square can be written as, this root can be written as whole power 1 by 2 into P cap. Okay, now last step, make use of the definition of dipole moment. Dipole moment nothing but P is equals to P nothing but dipole moment. It is a product of magnitude of either charge. We have two charges, either charge, any one charge. Magnitude means don't consider either it is plus or minus, so only it is a positive. And the distance between them, what is the distance between these two? 2a. This is called dipole moment. So Q into 2a. See here, observe here, 2a into Q. This nothing but it is P. Therefore, that is equals to minus P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, R square plus A square whole power 3 by 2. It is the whole power 3 by 2 into P cap. Because reason, your bases are same. Whenever bases are same, even though there is a product sign, you have to add the powers. What is the power here? 1. What is the power here? 1 by 2. For 1 plus 1 by 2, LCM is 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2. That is equals to E vector is equals to minus P into P cap means it is P vector. Because dipole moment is a vector, it has both magnitude as well as direction. So this is a magnitude and this is a direction. Any vector can be written as both represented both in both magnitude as well as direction. This is magnitude, this is direction. The two gives the vector. So that divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus a square whole over 3 by 2. Okay, this is the total electric field at a point on the equatorial line due to dipole.